Hey everyone, hope you are all doing great. I am Partharu, Events and Program Manager for Microsoft Reactor. And yes, I welcome you all to our another episode of MVP Connect on Microsoft Autonomous Copilot Agent by our renowned MVP, NarasimaPerumal. But before we start our today's event, let's go through our code of conduct. We are all here to learn together, participate together. So please be respectful of other people's views, understanding the differences, be kind and considerate in a way we all engage. Yes, we do encourage you all to participate. Please drop all your questions in a comment section and we'll pick it up from there. And yes, I would not like to delay much more. I would like to bring in our MVP, Narsima Perumal.
Hey,
Hi
thank you,
Narsima, how
Parth.
are you?
Doing good. Thank you, Parth. Thanks for this
Well,
opportunity and thanks to Microsoft Reactor. And I'm happy
thank you
to
Narsima.
start my session. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. The floor is all yours.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me share my screen.
Yes.
Hi, Parth. I hope you are able to see my screen and everything is fine.
Yep, all good, all well.
Okay. Thank you.
You can get started. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Parth. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining my session. And I'm NarasimaPerumal Chandramohan. I am the co-founder of JiJi Technologies Private Limited. And my company does M365 tenant-to-tenant migration. And we perform migration of our workloads like Power Platform, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams, everything in M365 ecosystem. And then I am a Microsoft MVP on Microsoft 365 for past 9 years. And today my topic is for the webinar is autonomous agents in Microsoft Copilot. So this is the agenda. So it is going to be very simple, more focused on demo part. So we are going to have a little bit introduction on what is autonomous agent and how it differs from regular Copilot agents. So we are focusing just on a little small introduction, and then we will be having two demos, and then we are discussing more on the triggers and actions. So before jumping into what is autonomous agents, you need to understand that there is a spectrum of agents available in AI world, and it depends. The agents vary in levels of complexity and capabilities depending on our need. And there are agents like retrieval agents, which will just answer the questions based on the knowledge base sources that you have provided. Maybe you can attach few knowledge base like your website or your user manual or anything, and then you can keep asking the questions based on that. Or we have or you have task based agents. It will perform simple repetitive task, maybe performing some examples like summarizing the email, drafting a new email, or scheduling a new meeting. And then we have autonomous agents and then collaborative agents. The collaborative agents is nothing but where it is going to be a more advanced set of agents which will perform complex task by collaborating with other agents. Here, it will complete a complex task by working with multiple agents and complete it. And then the retrieval and task agents are very simple one in the spectrum of agents. And then the autonomous agents is not too complex and also it is not too simple. Now let's understand what are autonomous agents. So autonomous agents are proactive and independent. Meaning is that if you take our regular Copilot agents, what you will be doing, the user is going to start conversations with the Copilot agent, and then it will respond based on the instructions and the knowledge base that we have provided it to you. So it is, but the autonomous agents are proactive, where you are not going to, the user is not going to initiate the conversation and trigger the agent. What we will be doing is that there are multiple external events without any human input, maybe. So, like whenever a new email has been um, received from your boss, or whenever a new email has been is it from your important customer, or you have a new sales opportunity in CRM, like that. There can be multiple external triggers. Based on that, the agents will got activated and it will work to complete the task. And also, these autonomous agents are completely independent, and it completes all the tasks behind the scenes without any human intervention. So the autonomous agents are expert systems that manage and automate complex business tasks by enhancing efficiency and innovating by doing innovation across the organization. And how it is going to be different? It is completely independently begins its work, and complete its works based on the triggers, external autonomous triggers. And using autonomous agents, you can automate long running processes. And uh, and the main thing is that the autonomous agents follow the human guidelines. You can the human can guard the rails and ask for help, and it can also orchestrate other agents too. So for our today's demo, so now let's jump onto the demo part. So for our today's demo, we are going to try to automate a process called device procurement. So assume that whenever a new employee joins the organization, and if he sends an email requesting for a new laptop or a new device, uh, what will happen? There will be a team, procurement team. They will procure the laptop, and then they will assign to the new employee. This is how it happens. Now we are trying to automate this process. Assume that whenever uh, a new employee joined and he is sending the mail for new device, what will happen is that the Copilot, our autonomous agent, going to get triggered or get activated once it's receive an email for a new device requirement. And then what it will do is then the Copilot agent will send the list of available devices or approved laptops to the user. And then the employee can select one of the device, what the device or the laptop model he wants. And he is going to reply back to that mail. And once again, the Copilot agent, the autonomous Copilot agent, will receive the reply that this user has selected this device, like that. So once the agent receives the device preference, it will perform the device procurement, and then it will send the confirmation email to the employee if once the procurement is completed. And also it will send an inventory warning, low inventory warning, to the admin in case if the device count is less than 5 or less than 10, whatever we set to the admin. So this is the uh, some use case we are trying to automate today using the autonomous Copilot agent. So before jumping into the autonomous agent, before jumping into this demo part, I want to do a small demo to understand some new concepts on the autonomous agents. So let me go to, so I am on the Copilot agent, Microsoft Copilot Studio. Let me create a new agent. So first what we are going to do is that we are going to create an weather agent. It will get the input from the user, the location and the zip code, and then it will provide the forecast to the user. So let me go to the topics and then create a new topic to get the weather. And then let me edit the phrases for this topic. I have added a few phrases, and then I'm going to ask two questions from the user. What is your city? And let me store this in a new variable called city. And then let me ask another question also to get the zip code. And store it in a new variable called zip code. And then to get the weather, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new Power Automate flow. Just give me a moment. Yeah, all other things are working. Oh, Path, really sorry. Let me,
No worries, Narsima, no worries.
yeah, let me share the screen again.
Yes, yes. So, folks, meanwhile, if you all have any questions regarding today's event, please drop it in the comment section. And Narsima would happy to take those questions at the end of the session.
Hello, Path. Hello.
Yes, yes, Narsima, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Path. I don't know what's really going unwell.
Okay, okay,
I
okay. Can
switched to
you share your
multiple
screen again
networks.
and try? Yeah, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, yes, yes, I'm doing that.
Yeah,
Is it fine now?
yeah. It opens. It opens the Power Automate. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Then it is fine. Yeah, it's now working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, let me resume. Shall I resume back?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Okay. So in our demo, what we have done is that we are trying to uh, create a weather agent. The weather agent going to get two inputs from the user. One is the city and the zip code, and then it will going to pass it to a Power Automate, and the Power Automate then run an action to get the weather. So what we are going to do is that we are going to use Emerson weather. Here we are going to use the get forecast for the day, but this action requires two inputs. One is the city and the zip code. So we need to pass two inputs to this flow. So one is city and then another one is zip code. We are going to pass both the inputs to this. So city and then the zip code. And then we are getting two input, city and zip code, and we are passing it to this action get forecast for the day, the MSN weather connector, and then we are responding back this response to the Copilot. So I'm going to add three outputs. One is location, and this location is going to have the location field from this action itself. And then another output going to have the forecast for the day. Again, we are going to get this from the MSN weather connector itself. And then another output field for the chance of rain. Rain chance. So the main thing I want to show on this small demo part is that when you are trying to create an action from the Copilot agent, it will create a special type of Power Automate template. That is, it will first have an action called run a flow from Copilot, where you can define your input, and then the end action going to have the response back to the Copilot, and it where you can define your outputs. What are the things you want to pass it back to the Copilot? So these are the two things, main thing that I
Main
want
thing
to
that I
show
want to
here. So let me rename
one thing,
this one.
Prasanna, uh, one small thing. There is a humming from your earphone. Can you avoid that? You there, Narasima? You there?
Yeah, yes, I am here. Shall I continue?
Yeah. Yeah. You can continue, but there is a humming sound from your earphones. Can you avoid that? The headphones that you're using. You're on mute if you're speaking.
Yeah, Partha, there is no background noise from my side. I don't have
No,
anything
it's
right.
fine. It's
Yeah,
fine now. Yeah.
okay. So here you can see the Power Automate that we have just created, the weather agent. And then since this Power Automate requires two inputs, the city and the zip code, what we are going to do is that we are going to pass it. We already got the input from the user itself. So I'm going to use those two things here. And then we got the output. And then finally, I'm going to send a message back to the user with the forecast. This field we are sending as an output from the Power Automate to the Copilot. And then I'm going to insert the forecast, the day summary. And the chance of rain. So let's start testing it. So I'm passing two inputs, the city and zip code. and then it is going to the Power Automate. Okay, it will go to the Power Automate and then it will respond back the forecast here as a message. Something is not working fine today. Really sorry. Okay, then fine. Let me save and publish to try again. Yeah, the connections are created. Yeah, connections are created. Let's retry again. So, so it got the input of input of the location and the zip code, and it is returning back the forecast for the day and the chance of rain. So here we have used a special type of Power Automate template, run a flow from Copilot and respond back to the Copilot. The concept that I want to uh, emphasize is we can pass inputs to the flow and then we can respond back the outputs to the Power Automate also. So now let's jump on to our main demo. So our device procurement demo. So let me skip to configure. I already have the instructions and everything ready. So the description for this Copilot is this is going to onboarding related task of new device procurement for the employees, and then I have the instructions also. So I have the instructions also. In the instructions, let me explain what this Copilot is going to do. So first, it will go. It is going to receive an email from the new employee that they want a new device for their work. So once the Copilot receives the email request from the new employee, uh, it is going to search the database table that I have created. Let me go to the database table where we maintain the approved device list and the device procurement history and everything. Let me go to the database table. Let me go to my environment. Yeah, there are there are two tables that I have created in the Dataverse. One is approved device list. Here I maintain the list of devices that we can provide it to the new employee. So the Copilot going to share this list of devices alone to the new employee. And suppose if the inventory count is 0, then it is not going to share that device list. So we have two tables. One is approved device list, and then we have another table where once the device procurement is completed, what it is going to do, it is going to input the device name, the name of the device that we have procured for the new employee, the date on which the procurement is done, and to which user this device has been assigned, like this. So for this demo, we are going to have the dataverse with the two tables. One is with the approved device list, and then another one is for device procurement list, where we maintain the list of devices we have procured and assigned to the user. So the first step is it will get the list of available options uh, from the approved device list, and if only those devices where the inventory count is greater than 0, then those devices are mailed to the user with the subject send available device list. So the user going to receive this email. Once he replace back to that email with the device preference, again our Copilot agent going to uh, receive the trigger, and then it will perform the device procurement process, and then it keeps on going like this. So these are the instructions I have clearly given. With the Copilot agent, these instructions are mainly important one. Let me create the Copilot agent. Yeah, the Copilot agent has been created. Let me enable generative AI. Let me add the knowledge base. So I'm going to add the knowledge base of our Dataverse table. Approved device list. Let me edit the knowledge base description also for the clear instructions of the Copilot working. Now I am going to create another knowledge base to get the device configuration from the publicly available sources. Like for example, in our case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to check the Microsoft website to get the device configuration. So for this also, and again, I'm going to edit the name and description for better working of the Copilot agent. Let me add this knowledge base also. So we have added two knowledge bases, one with the Dataverse table where we are maintaining the approved device list, and then to get the device configuration like display size, RAM, storage, battery life, and everything. For that, I have added a Microsoft website where the list of devices, all the Microsoft devices are listed. From there, the agent going to get the details of the laptop. And then I'm going to create a new trigger. Suppose whenever a new email has been received from the new employee, this autonomous agent gets activated and needs to perform its task. So I'm going to create a new trigger. whenever a new email has been received, when a new email arrives, I'm going to use this trigger. Let me edit the trigger name also. When a new device. And then in the subject filter, I'm going to have as device procurement. I don't want to the Copilot agent to get triggered for all the emails. It needs to be triggered only on device procurement related emails alone. And then I'm going to add another trigger. So this trigger, the purpose of this trigger is that whenever the user replies back to the mail sent by the Copilot with the device preference, this trigger is going to be activated. So again, I'm going to name it properly. When user device selection received, and then here the filter is going to be something like this. The Copilot going to send a mail with the subject available devices for selection. So I am going to look for the subjects which is replied to this specific mail alone. Let me complete creating this trigger. So for this demo part, we need two triggers. Whenever a new email has been received for device procurement from the new employees, and then another trigger is for whenever a new employee replies back with the selected devices. These are the two triggers we want, and we have created it. And then we need to create four actions. One is for sending the list of approved device list as email to the new employee. And then another is sending the low inventory warning for the admin. And then um sending an email confirmation to the new employee that the device procurement has been completed. And then we need to have another action performing the actual device procurement and entering the device procurement details in the dataverse table. So these are the four actions we need to create. I am going to create all the four actions. I'm going to use this action. In Copilot Agent, we need to properly name the actions. Send available device list. The action name is not properly updated, so I'm editing it again. Apart from this, I am going to edit the subject field also. Something like available devices for selection. Apart from this, there is no other changes. Let me create another action. Actually, we need 3 email actions. So I'm creating the second action. And then this action, I'm going to name it as send low inventory warning. Let me name it properly. And then the third email action is going to be send confirmation email. Now I'm going to create the third action. This action going to send the confirmation email to the user. So let me edit the name again properly. So all three email related actions are ready. Now I'm going to add a new action which is going to be based on Power Automate flow. So what this Power Automate going to do is that it will go to this Dataverse table, device procurement table, and then it will enter the device name, the date, and to the user with which it has been assigned. So for this, I need two inputs. One is device, and another one is employee. And then I'm going to add a new action called add a new row. Yeah, I'm going to use this add a new row action from Dataverse. Device procurement. So it needs we are going to the device input that we got from the Copilot, and then apart from this, I'm going to insert the date. For date, I'm going to use the formula UTC now. And then the user, for user, again we are going to get from the Copilot agent itself, employee field. And name it properly, this one. Let me save and publish it. Okay, the flow got published. Let me try to use the newly created Power Automate flow here. Yeah, this one we have just created. Let me add the action. And then for this action, we need to provide two inputs, the device and the name for the employee. Let me go to the input section of this action. So for device, the Copilot agent going to automatically fill this, and for employee, we are going to set it. For this demo purpose, I am just going to insert the current user itself, email of the current user itself. Let me save it. So let's have a quick recap. So this is a new device procurement agent, and we have provided detailed instruction like whenever the agent receives an email from the new employee, it's going to query the approved device list from the database, and then it will email the available device list to the user. And then the new employee going to reply back to that email with the device preference. Till that time, the agent is going to wait. So here that is the instruction I have given. Wait for the email reply from the employee regarding the device they want. Till that time, the Copilot agent is going to wait. And then once it receives the email from from the employee with the device selection, it will perform the device procurement, and then it will send the low inventory email warning to the admin if required, and then it will perform an action called procure new device, and then it will update the entries in the database table also. And then finally it is going to send the confirmation email. So for this demo purpose, what I'm going to do is that I have already created the same agent. I'm going to use that for testing purpose. The reason is that sometimes the instructions that we have provided take some time to get properly updated. So I don't want to get any chance. Let me go to Outlook and then start trigger. So assume that I am the new employee. Assume that I am the new employee. I am sending the mail for a new device procurement request. So mail has been sent. Now let's try to trigger this agent. So whenever a new device procurement email arrives, this is the trigger I'm going to use. So let me refresh. Yeah, it got triggered. So now what it happens is that it is going to search our knowledge base, that is approved device list in our database table. It will look for all the devices with the inventory volume not less than 0, and then it is going to send that as a email to the employee. So now the employee got received the mail with the list of devices that are available: Lenovo IdeaPad Slim, Microsoft Surface Studio, and Lenovo IdeaPad 5. So let me select Microsoft Surface Studio. Now the new employee replaced back his preference, the device preference, to the Copilot. Now I'm going to trigger my next trigger when device selection has been received from the new employee. So let me refresh the triggers. Yeah. Now what happens is that uh, it is going to again search our knowledge base. That is a public website from Microsoft where all the device configurations are available. It is going to search that knowledge base, and then it will run our Power Automate flow, procure new device, where it will update the tables with the user preference and everything. And then it will send the confirmation email to the user. Recruitment has been completed. And in case there is a low inventory, it will send the low inventory volume also. So now the end user has received the confirmation, device procurement confirmation. that his Microsoft Surface Studio laptop studio has been assigned, and then the device configuration like display size, RAM, storage, and everything. All this we have provided as an instruction. Here, if you see, in this step, get laptop details, I have clearly mentioned use this knowledge source, Microsoft laptop devices, to get the configuration like display size, RAM, storage, processor, and battery life. And then finally, uh, send the confirmation, email confirmation to the new employee with the details it captured from the previous step, like Microsoft laptop devices knowledge search. With this, the work of this Copilot agent is complete. Like that, I have provided a detailed warning and it works accordingly. So here you have learned, instead of activating a Copilot agent through conversations, we have activated using the external triggers using emails. This is one case. And then we have seen a new type of Power Automate template called Run a Flow from Copilot, where we can pass inputs to the flow, and then we can the flow, Power Automate flow will complete few tasks, and then it will send its output back to the Copilot using the outputs. We have seen both the things. And apart from that, I want to show another thing. Here there is a setting called concurrency control. Uh, Please kindly don't turn on this setting. If you turn on this setting, then the autonomous Copilot agents won't work fine. This is the recommendation from Microsoft itself. Let me run through this. So some of the items that you need to make sure is always have the flow, run a Microsoft flow trigger, and both the Copilot agent and flow needs to be in the same environment, the power platform environment. And also, suppose your Power Automate going to take more than 100-second limit to complete an action. Uh, if it is long running more than 100 seconds, what you need to do is that you need to insert those actions after this step, that is respond to Copilot. You need to add those steps later this one, and then you can run those steps in background. So these are the limitations, like you always needs to have 100 seconds action limit, and then you can run you can return a response synchronously alone. You should not turn on this setting. And then these are the some of the references. Mainly, you need to understand the triggers. That is the main differentiator between the regular Copilot agents and then the autonomous Copilot agents. And then you need to understand about the actions and run a flow from Copilot. Thank you. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Hey there, please drop all your questions in the comment section if you all have any questions coming up. Okay. Okay. So, Narsima, I don't see any questions coming up. So let's call for a wrap then.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Narsima. Thank you so much for doing this. And yes, stay tuned for another session. We are soon lining up one again. Uh, and yes, thank you. Thank you all once again. Hope you all have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Narsima.
Thank you. Bye.